Jason, I want to start with you. What the heck's up with Amari Cooper right now?
I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I'm not going to panic over it. I know people are saying he's washed, he's cooked. It's 2 games. Certainly he's dropped passes in both those games that we're not accustomed to him seeing. What's he got, 30 yards in 2 games? Is that right?
I think he's
got 27 yards in 2 games.
27 yards in 2 games.
And I think he's got 17 targets. Yeah, and
There's
5 catches.
stats.
That, to me, is the stunner.
Yeah. I mean, listen, this is obviously not what you're used to seeing out of Amari. If we're having this conversation a month from now, yeah, that's a major problem, but I'm not ready to kill him after 2 weeks.
Can I ask everybody a question? And I'm not suggesting that I have the answer to this, but I asked this question in real time when it happened, and now I'm re-asking it again, and I'll ask it to you guys. He publicly said he would have been perfectly fine to be traded to San Francisco. When he responded to the rumors, he said something to the effect of, I'd be fine with that. I'm paraphrasing. It's not the exact words he used, but it was clear what the intent was. What his message was, yeah, you can get rid of me. San Francisco, Cleveland. And I asked at the time, do we think that whenever a team is rumored to be trading a player and they don't offload the player, I've seen it, you guys have all seen it. It can become an issue. And I'm wondering, is that festering underneath here? And do you think that has anything to do with, even subconsciously, his effort?
I think the fact that they traded for Judy and extended him right away, he wanted extension, didn't get it. He got more money, but he didn't get the extension. I think all that plays into it. Hearing your name in trade rumors all offseason, yeah, I'm sure that affects
Especially
him.
after the year he had.
I've no doubt. But here's the thing. You're playing for your next contract, whether it's Cleveland, San Francisco, Denver, Pittsburgh, it don't matter.
Yeah.
You're playing for your next contract. And if you continue down that road, nobody's going to pay you. So it's on him to sort of straighten this out and figure this out. And I just wonder, again, I'm not saying he's washed or cooked or anything like that, but clearly there is some rhythm or chemistry developing between Deshaun and Jerry Jeudy, at least as of yesterday. He was looking for Jerry, 2nd and 20. He's going to Jerry. The great throw down the sideline I talked about earlier in the 4th quarter to Jerry.
Yeah.
The rollout scramble when he got away and you said, how'd he do that? To Jerry.
He's still getting a lot of 17 looks is a lot.
But that's what I'm saying is, what are those targets going to be if we continue down this path? What's that target dispersion going to look like 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now?
Well, when you have that kind of production, they always go down.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks know who they can throw to.
Yeah.
Nobody but Amari Cooper knows if that's a factor and why he struggled. My guess is no, only because he's a veteran in the league. He's been traded a number of times. Like, he understands the business. And he would only be hurting himself if that was affecting him. So
Sure.
I just don't see it. Is it possible he's washed up? I mean, he's at the age where some guys just go over the cliff. I think that's possible. And it's possible that he's just in a little bit of a slump and he's going to have a great season starting next week.
What
that's
about
entirely possible
not playing
too.
in the preseason? Do you think that, again,
I don't.
kinks that can be worked out?
I don't buy anything. At this point, I don't think the preseason matters anymore.
Wow.
I think
I'm stunned you say that.
I do think a little bit plays into that. I've kind of flipped on a lot of different things from the preseason angle, because he didn't really do OTAs because he was with the contract holdout. So I think as a receiver, people don't know how much they run. I think right now he may be trying to work himself back into shape a little bit, especially running all those routes. And there is something to be said for, I know the contract weighs on you, because the only way you quantify what people feel about you is how much they pay you, right? All the talk and everything else is that's out the window. When an organization says how much they care about you, they show you based on your worth and based on how much they give you.
Yeah.
And for Amari Cooper, he felt like, I went out there last year and I put them numbers up with backups and journeymans and guys off the street. He probably felt he was going to go into this season and get that look and say, we definitely got to extend Amari Cooper, because he was one of the big reasons we got to the playoffs. Come around, they trade for Jerry Jeudy, give him the bag. Then his name is in the rumors with Brandon Ayuk, right? Then you see all the other receivers, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, all of these guys getting big-time contracts, and you're saying,
Jamar Chase didn't get a big-time contract.
Well, he didn't. He turned it down.
No, he didn't.
Did they offer him?
Yeah, no, there was an offer, but he was insulted by it.
Yeah.
So basically, he's saying to himself, man, what do I got to do here? And I think that plays a little role in it. But I would like to see the organization, especially this is where your quarterback comes in. Same thing I said about Deshaun Watson yesterday. Dog, I need to see you fight. Like, because if this don't work here, you ain't getting another spot nowhere else. So you better take advantage of it. Same with Amari Cooper. If this don't work out here, who's giving you this massive bag?
Especially because he's a year older then.
And you're not going to be the number one receiver. You might be 2, 3, depending on who they got. So if you're Amari Cooper, I go to you and say, listen, man, I know it. I get it. It's your money. I understand that you may be feeling a certain type of way. But listen here, we need you, bro. If we're going to get to where we're going to go, we need you to be Amari Cooper. And I get it. But man to man, teammate to teammate, come on, man. We got to, me and you, we got to pick this up. And I think Amari Cooper, like Jason said, he has a track record. I'm not too alarmed. I think he has a track record of being a professional and getting in right back. I think it may take him a little bit of time, but I don't have I think he'll be fine.
I kind of think of him like Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
1 year in New Orleans and then out of the league, right? When Jarvis?
Yeah.
Lightning fast.
Yeah, it was like,
When it goes, it's gone.
By the
At
way,
that position especially. It's usually around 30.
Amari Cooper has only played in 3 preseason games in the last 6 years, and 2 of them were in 2021 with Dallas. So he's only played, he did not play in the preseason in 2022 with the Browns. It was his third best statistical year of his career. He did not play in the preseason in 2019 with the Cowboys. That was
I don't know about
the best
19,
season
but in
of his career.
22, he caught fire late in the season. He had some good games early, too, but,
Yeah.
I mean, his biggest game was late in the season.
Is he washed? Has he lost a step?
That's dramatic to me.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think
he's
it's
in a
way
slump.
too early to say that.
I just
Yeah.
don't think it has anything to do with the preseason. But
I think his feelings do factor. I'm with you, Jay. I think you're human. And he expected that the Browns were going to respond in kind to the kind of year he put together. He was the go-to to the quarterback that had the most success last year, and he played very well. And I think he had different expectations. They went out and got Judy. The message was clear. You might be here now, but you are not long-term our answer.
But how could he be? He's 31 years old.
Listen, I don't blame
Yeah.
the Browns. I think they're doing the right thing. However, he's human.
Yeah.
And he knows it's a business, but it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. And especially when you're looking at what could be he's definitely in the latter stages of his career. How many more opportunities does he have to get paid? So I can understand why he would be hurt by it.
So you've been in the game, right? And I'm going to compare it to this. You've been in the game and you worked on TV for a lot of different places. When the bosses come to somebody and say, we're not renewing your contract.
Yes.
That's like a ticking time bomb, right? Like
Yes and no. So, I've always said my philosophy is you're worth more to the station that wants you than the station that has you. And in my 37 years, I've changed jobs 6 times, 7 different places. Each time that was true for me. The place that wanted me was willing to pay me far more than the station that had me. That's human nature. Now, some people look at a contract not being renewed because you've got to get notice, 90 days. Man, I've got 90 days to go get paid.
Right.
I'm now a free agent. So I never looked at it as a bad thing. There's no expiration life on what we do. There is.
Have you seen other people pout?
Of course I have.
Like where they're blindsided.
And I've given advice to many of those people. And I say, look, you need to turn a negative into a positive. You've been handed a situation. We are defined in life not by the situations that are handed to us. We're defined in life by how we handle the situations that are handed to us. So, in this particular case, and it is different, TV and running routes, there's a firm expiration date on what he does. Not so much in what we do. However, he's still in his window of productivity.
Right.
It's closing.
Yeah.
But if I were him...
You're smelling the milk. You're smelling it to see if it's still good.
Is this sour yet? So, but Jason, to your point, which was, I think, the best one, and Bull, you also came around to it, is that, look, this is an opportunity for you.
Put something on tape.
You now have an opportunity to do 2 things. 1, ball out and go get paid. And 2, shove it right up your employer's ass.
Yeah.
Because, and that's what always motivated me. I think that's what motivates most people. Well, I'll show them they're wrong. And he has every opportunity to do that. And I do think he'll come around, and I do think he will do that. Yeah. So I think he's going to be balling out for himself and for his next contract.
Real quick, on a scale of 1 to 10, Bull, then and finish your point.
Yeah.
10 being this is a legit concerned the Browns have a legit wide receiver one issue to one being not worried at all?
Yeah, I'm
Are
a
you
5.
guys all? So you're in the middle,
5.
Jay.
I'm in the middle.
5 also.
3 and an 1/8.
4.
3 and an 8.
Jason,
4.
the smallest as usual. So okay, but what were you saying?
Oh, wow.
That was crazy.
Oh.
That was crazy. That was a triple entendre.
911, I'd like to report a murder. Yeah.
What were we saying?
It's
911, what's your
It's
emergency?
interesting that Mike would know that, too.